Well, we have the Golden Connection community, and I told you when we were in the Golden Voices, this is my baby.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be croaked by now, according to the medical
Yeah,
profession,
no, no.
but but I have so much to do and so much manifest. I'm having so much fun with manifestation. I think you should write a book, Fun with Manifestation.
You should,
you
because
know,
yeah.
because it's like I think of something honest to God, and it's like boom. A couple hours later, the same day, within minutes, it's like presenting
Wow,
itself.
wow.
And
You're
I
in
think,
it.
oh my,
You're in yourself,
I am. And I've
with
learned,
yourself.
yeah, and I've learned how to, if it doesn't come, then I've learned, okay, what's blocking it? Let me find out what negative energy, where am I at? And I'm able to go internally. And I like to take myself outside of myself.
Uh-huh,
So I
uh-huh.
become the observer of
Yes,
me.
yes,
And then once I can see, and then I say, oh, that's where it's at.
yes.
You're really upset with this or something. Let's clear that up.
I was looking forward to have you here with me
Yeah.
today. Really, well, not mostly. Not because I saw you the other day. I was already looking forward.
Well, it's 4:30 in the morning here.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was the only
Wow.
time you had available. So I got up, cleaned myself up, and said, I'm going to meet this beautiful woman that I connected with on a soul level. The second I saw you,
You're
I
so
thought, I
beautiful.
have to
Thank
know
you.
you. I have to know you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And you know what happened to me when I joined your the meeting the other day?
What?
I went in and there was the meditation was going on because I had to go out and in and, because of the audio settings. And I was so embraced with love. I felt
Mhm.
so
I'm
joyful.
gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
No, but
Yeah.
it's true. No, no. The moment I went in, I felt that, and I said, wow. As I was there with my having the time, no, to go. Well, I was already in the heart, but I mean, to really feel this hug, this
Yeah.
embracement, it was very, 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 very nice
Oh,
to
yeah.
to to join and feel it. Feel it strongly.
I know. And that's what's really beautiful about these. When we started them, let me see, about 6 weeks ago, we had no idea how they were
Hmm.
going to be because there's so many groups that you meet with and you go to all these get-togethers and all that. But there's a sense of privacy and
Yes.
safety
Hmm.
and no judgment. But
Hmm.
that's what our community is about. So all
Hmm.
of the women that have come together, we all share the same strengths, mental strengths, and we share the idea that we're all in this together and we're all connected.
Hmm.
And and I don't want to say from a spiritual standpoint, but I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious, just very spiritual.
Yeah,
So
me
I'm
too.
very into manifestation and bringing things together and understanding that there's opportunities that are presented every single day in your life. I act on every one of them. Every
Yes.
one of them. The second it comes, I could just almost see it coming back. Whoa, let me grab that one.
Nice. Yes. Yes. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, and it's
Responding to life. No, responding.
yes,
Mm.
responding and I've been embracing the AI
Hmm.
aspect of everything
Mm.
because I truly believe that AI is here as an enhancement. We have so much evil
Hmm.
in the world right now, and we don't know what to make of it. With AI, at least, you have an opportunity to have this unbiased opinion, but gives you true factual information.
Mm.
And that's where I see it. So what we're doing now is well, the Golden Life community is my baby, and it's what's
Yes.
keeping me alive. It's my purpose, it's my passion.
Yes. I know what that means. It's beautiful when you have you're in service to something bigger than yourself.
Yes, right,
Huh?
right. So Tell me a little about you now. What do you
Me?
do?
Well, with these conversations, for instance, I love to explore experience and practicing to be in the heart, no, and have conversations heart to heart. And I also believe that in this way, people experience what it is to be in the heart and the vibration also by listening to them, no? Because one thing I've learned, I had a community also, and I also spoke about we practice to be in the heart and in safety and no judgment, no opinions, very very in respect, no. And that's why I felt
Mhm.
also so much um, like your soul sister, no, because much of what you say and do is I am also. So, um, and then, well, with that, I learned that in reality, if you don't experience, it's very difficult to explain to someone what it is to be in the heart and what it is to be who you are and what it is to create what you love, not to create your purpose and to be in
It,
service. So,
it
you
takes
know,
practice.
it is
It takes
practice.
practice.
Yes.
It's not something that comes instinctively.
Mm-mm.
Awareness, everything comes, and I think awareness, that's that awakening that
Yes.
comes, and then that illness that or that unwellness that comes
Mm-hmm.
over you where you think,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, I can't shake this off. But whatever it is, all of a sudden you come out and you think, wow,
Yes.
I can hear the birds. I can
Yeah.
literally hear the birds.
Yes.
I listen to them. I can smell the trees.
Yes.
I have a tree that I have to tell you a story. There's
Yeah.
a tree in my backyard that this person decided that it was dead and went to go and cut it down. I went
Mm.
ballistic over it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all chopped up. It looked like it was dead. And every single day I would meditate out there and I would hug her and I would tell her, you're going to be okay. Don't worry. This is going to be fine, etc. She's beautiful now. And everyone said she's totally dead. Just get rid of her. Just get the stump out.
Mm.
And now every day I go out there and it's such a pleasure because I feel like she's my kindred spirit,
Yes.
because I could
Yes.
relate to her.
Yes.
And people will listen to something like that and say, "Oh my God, she's Fruit Loop." But when
Not true.
we're
Mm.
all connected,
Yes.
and if that energy that comes from that tree and had the ability and had the strength to want to continue to live on, I
Mm-hmm.
was right there to champion her on and say, "You
Mm-hmm.
go, girlfriend." So the other day, finally, she started growing some flowers.
Ah,
And this is not a
beautiful.
tree that grows
Yeah,
flowers.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought, oh my gosh. So I took pictures of it and I said to my neighbors, I can't believe she has flowers phenomenal. So that's a unique thing. So that was a gift she gave to me.
Wow, incredible. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. The nature and trees and veggies, everything has spirit. It's just that we don't want to see it. We have been taught that they are just veggies, no? Or plants are
Yes.
plants, and in reality, they are there, and they are conscious. They are
Right.
aware, let's say, aware of what's happening around, and
Right.
they support us. So it's for
And,
us to
and
support them.
and don't get me started on animals.
Uh-huh.
Animals.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
well,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I've been an animal advocate for, well, 60 years now. And
Wow.
and
Wow.
I used to run a shelter. I've run rescues. I've really been an advocate. And then for, well, let's see, since 2012, I've been doing a live broadcast called the Dog Connection Show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned it. Yeah. The
Yeah,
other
yeah.
time.
And
Wow.
the thing that I get from dogs and the reason that we had so many people resonate is I was able to help them understand that this is a gift that has been given to you in a dog. The dog
Mm-hmm.
has the ability to calm you down,
Mm-hmm.
to give you unconditional love,
Yes.
to look at you in your total nakedness,
Mm-hmm.
be totally stripped, and they will always be there. They'll never
Yes.
judge you. They'll never turn on you. They're there for you, and they have remarkable miracle-like instincts when
Mm-hmm.
you're not well, when you're not well,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
if you're depressed, or if you're anxious. So they're the perfect ideal companion for a woman
Mm-hmm. Yes,
who
I
is
have mine.
sensitive,
Yeah.
who is emotional, who needs that extra feeling of love.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk in the door and you see that animal that is there that's saying, I missed you, Mom.
Yeah.
I missed you, Mom. Where were you? Where were you? Where
I'm so
were
happy
you?
you're back. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah,
happy
I'm
you're
so
back.
happy. Oh my. And then they go get their bone or they get their toy or whatever. Yeah. And then, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so amazing. I love them.
Yes.
I have a Yorkshire.
Uh,
He's
uh-huh.
3.5, and but and my mom has also a Yorkie, much smaller, and she's 9. But and I have both of them today here because my mom is away, no, in travel. The thing is that Mr. Toy, it's his name, Mr. Toy. I always say Mr. Toy has something additional. He's not the dog. he's very,
Yeah.
he's the dog, yes, but he's face wise and everything. He reads you. He understands you. He talks to me because
Mhm.
he's a dog that does and looks at me
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
okay, I don't understand you. What? So I loved. I'm blessed, no, to have him, and I remember before having him and deciding to have one or not. I said, well, the dog will be someone, something, some. I don't know how to say, no, a dog that will read your energy, and you will learn how to manage it
Mhm.
with him or her. I don't know what it was
Right.
going to be. And actually, I have a dog that is very sensitive to energy and to sounds and to everything. But he reads me just when I think, I don't know, Mr. Toy has to go take a bath. I just thought, I didn't say anything, and he goes below the sofa.
Ah,
You know,
ah.
he hides. But yes, it's energy, no? They read us.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible. And so you learn a lot of them, and you learn a lot of yourself with them,
Mhm.
because of
Well,
their reactions and responses.
years ago, I was actually known as the Pied Piper of dogs because I had this ability, and I don't. I think it's because the dogs knew that I wasn't there to hurt them,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't have to be afraid. But I could walk into someone's house, or no matter where it would be, and the dog would always come up to me.
Oh, nice.
I could be around a dog where someone would say, "Oh my God, don't go around him. He'll bite you." And then, okay, no,
No bite.
wouldn't bite me. Yeah. Or somebody was calling their dog and their dog ran away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go down on my knees and I'd call their name and they would come right up to me. So they would turn around and come right back. So it
Mm-hmm.
was like I've had this ability to not communicate. I don't want to say that because I
Yeah.
don't want to say that I'm an animal communicator,
Yeah.
but I'm on the same energy level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think the vibration is there that
Mm-hmm.
says she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's a nice person.
She's an
But
angel.
yeah, when we started to do the dog connection, I didn't know what the anticipation would be. We had canine community reporters that went out. These were actual dogs and their owners, and they had little hats on and little press passes, and they would
Mm-hmm.
go to the neighbors, and then they would report on what it was like from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So people got to know what dogs were thinking about.
Oh.
So
Oh.
then from there, I went into understanding where people were at when they would go to get a dog at a shelter or they'd get a dog at a rescue or even a breeder or wherever they would get one from. There was this certain anticipation that the second they brought the dog home, that it was supposed to be able to be housebroken. It's supposed to listen to commands. It's supposed to know everything. So we started not teaching, but identifying to people how stupid they were and their
Mhm.
thinking when it came to an animal
Mhm.
and what the expectations were. So what would happen is because they were unhappy with how the animal was acting, the dog peed in the house, they did
Mhm.
something, they would immediately want to return it.
Mhm.
So we would come along, meaning my co-host and myself, and we would educate and say, here's what happens to the dog when you do that. Here's what the dog thinks from their perspective. It's like if you were in a foreign country and you were in a cab, a
Yeah.
taxi, an Uber, and you're trying to tell the Uber driver through your barking roof roof that I want to go here and there. And the cab driver turns around and slaps you in the face.
Yes.
What the hell was that? I have no idea why you would do that. So immediately gets scared or frightened. You clam
Mhm.
up, and if he comes to hit you again, you're going to bite him
Mhm.
or you're going to protect
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
So we're expecting a dog to know who we are, what we're about, what the rules are of the house, what they can and cannot do the second they come in. And if you realize that it's your job
Mhm.
to learn the dog and
Mhm.
then help the dog to understand you,
Mhm.
and then you have a bonding relationship.
Yes. Yes.
So what happened with doing that, it was phenomenal. We were getting people that were saying they were going to take their dogs back and that they admitted that they had hit their animals, and instead of bringing them back they decided to learn
Mhm.
how to connect with their dog at the heart level. That's why it's called the dog connection.
Mm, nice. Very nice.
So
Beautiful.
statistics were, we had one woman which I thought was really interesting. She was contemplating suicide and she didn't know what to do with her dog and that. And I identified to her that you have a being right there, a living being that is right there, that is there to comfort you.
Mhm.
If you would connect with that dog will help you through this
Mhm.
rain
Mhm.
right now. And I helped her to understand how to do that. Instead of looking at how am I going to get rid of this dog because I'm going to take my own life, let's say, how can we live in this world together
Yes.
and make it a better world? Because I've had problems right now. So they buddy up. Well, anyway, she became one of our biggest fans. And now her and her dog is a therapy dog, and she goes and helps
Oh,
others
wow.
that want to commit
Wow.
suicide and stuff. So that was a real success story there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, she understood, no? Again, the what we said before, the experience, her experience turned out to be how she's nurturing others,
Right.
through
Right.
what she's doing
Yeah.
in the world, her purpose, no, to service
Right.
others, no, through the
Yeah.
experience she had.
Right.
Very
Right.
nice. Yes,
Well,
yes.
we have the Golden Connection community, and I told you when we were in the Golden Voices, this is my baby.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be croaked right now, according to the medical
Yeah,
profession,
no, no, no.
but but I have so much to do and so much manifest. I'm having so much fun with manifestation. I think you should write a book, Fun with Manifestation.
You should,
you
because
know,
yeah.
because it's like I think of something honest to God, and it's like boom. A couple hours later, the same day, within minutes, it's like presenting
Wow,
itself.
wow.
And
You're
I
in
think,
it.
oh my,
You're in yourself,
I am. And I've
with
learned,
yourself.
yeah, and I've learned how to, if it doesn't come, then I've learned, okay, what's blocking it? Let me find out what negative energy, where am I at? And I'm able to go internally. And I like to take myself outside of myself.
Uh-huh.
So I
Uh-huh.
become the observer of
Yes.
me.
Yes.
And then once I can see, and then I say, oh, that's where it's at.
Yes.
You're really upset with this or something. Let's clear that up. And then, so I either have to make a call or I
Mm-hmm.
have to do some
Mm-hmm.
action of some kind
Mm-hmm.
that will release it. And then I'll say, I was upset with you over something, or this happened. So I acknowledge it, identify, here's what happened. So that communication is super important with
Yes.
the friends and the people around you,
Yes.
because if there's just that little bit of negative energy, it can screw you totally up.
Yes, yes, that's beautiful. Yes, yes, it goes into relationships, no? The relationship show you learn through the relationship. In this case, the relationships, if there's something, you have to change something in you, no?
Right,
Take action so that it flows.
right.
How nice. Oh, wow, it's I love that. It's and while you were saying it, I sometimes get a little bit dizzy when things resonate a lot with me, and I'm really dizzy now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, you were saying it, and I was getting woo in my head. And I said, "Wow, wow, that's really aligned, and it's really a lesson for me also."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's
Well, that's
I'm
good.
integrating it.
Well, that's funny how, when we meet people, I find it amazing how you can
Mhm.
immediately say, "Oh, I love that energy. I see me
Yes,
in you."
yes,
And if you love yourself, well, then it's easy to say, "Oh, I want to." So I see me in you, and you are
yes.
beautiful.
And you, because the other day I was saying, "Wow, what a woman with really, you don't seem the age you have, and because of your energy and not the looking, surely because you're shining, no? So it's really the energy is what really makes us at the end,
Yes,
no?
right.
And
Yeah,
our service, our responsibility, our service willingness to really give, then also receive, because we are here for giving and receiving harmoniously. But really, in the giving and the shining, we also receive. So that is shown in you, for instance.
right.
No, I
Oh,
can see that. I can see this open heart. I can feel it. That's why I said I already know you. No, because
yeah.
it's. I felt you when I wrote. I said, yes, I already know you, because there
I
was
loved
already
that.
something. There is
Yeah,
something, a
yeah,
recognition that I
yeah.
already know you. But it's the feeling. It doesn't matter. I wrote it via LinkedIn, so, but I was able to feel you.
Yeah, isn't it goosebumps?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's goosebumps. All of a sudden you go, "Oh God, that felt good." And every time that
Yeah.
happens, you think, "This is right. Now I'm
Yes.
connected."
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I wasn't always this way, and I'm sure you weren't
No,
always
no,
that
no,
way. It's
not
it's
at all.
um it's a learned experience, and it's a willingness to accept that there's something out there that we can either flow with it or we
Mm-hmm.
can resist it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I see right now, and where my my quest is, and I give you a passion of where my path is going, and
Mm-hmm.
it's changing every single day, but every single day it's more exciting.
Yes.
It's a roller coaster, but it's such a fun ride.
Yes.
It makes my stomach go upside down. I get excited and I think, "Oh, wow." And when something comes to me, I think, "Where the hell did that come from?" I have no idea. And then right away, I have to live in gratitude and say, "Thank whatever it was. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And I'll
Yes.
go there. I'll go there. For instance, this morning, I set my alarm for 3 o'clock
I have
so that I
it's
would be up for
early.
you. Well, at 1 o'clock, the universe woke me up, and it was like this. And I'm thinking, "Oh, no, no. Okay, what is it? What is it?" So uh I laid back down, and then again, let's wake up, wake up. So okay, all right. Obviously, you want me to get up for a reason. I'm going to get up for a reason. Couldn't figure out what it was. And then I went, I turned on my phone after, got some coffee and stuff like that, and turned on my phone. And then I started looking at this guy that's talking about women in AI,
Mm-hmm.
and about how women uh, um, are really going to be the cornerstone
Mm-hmm.
of making AI in the world work, because they are the matriarchs, and they are the ones that know how to, they're the glue.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that have the sensitivity, the emotional side of it. To this point, there's been mostly men
Mm-hmm.
that have been creating AI. And now if women come into it, well, then all of a sudden I'm realizing I'm part of this innovation group. It's called Meier, Mission Academy,
Okay.
Mission Impact Academy. And it's for the power of being able to give over 1 million women AI capabilities by 2030.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm part of this whole group in
Mm-hmm.
empowering women. So
Mm-hmm.
inside of the Golden Life community, we are integrating AI tools that will help women. So this morning, what is it called now? I have to get it here. It's came up and told me when I watched this guy says on there that what AI and women will be doing is providing permissional disruptive innovations. And that's what I was supposed to learn today.
Mm-hmm.
And what he said was that women will find a cause, and based on that cause, they won't be able to do it by themselves, and they won't be able to do it with the help of people because people are not aware of how to help.
Mm-hmm.
But with the help of AI, they will be able to influence the people that are in need.
Mm-hmm.
So in my case, so give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our whole community is based on mental health.
Yeah.
The reason for that is many women, particularly over the age of 55, they've gone through menopause, they've had their hormones. People have thought they're crazy. They've done some crazy things. They've raised kids. They've done all this. And then all of a sudden now they're in a position where their life is their own and they've got that freedom and they don't know what to do with it and they become scared.
Mm.
So then there's an element of maybe they went through a divorce or they lost their husband or whatever. They're in that age bracket. The kids are no longer calling them, and they end up in that depression state. And then from the depression goes into anxiety. And then
Mm.
from anxiety, who knows, they could have financial problems, and financial problems causes the stress and the depression. So, and I know that
Mm.
you're a psychologist, so then people would come, and then the ideal thing, or no, you're not a psychologist. Okay.
I
All right.
didn't want to interrupt
Yeah,
you, but
yeah,
I was going to
you're
say,
a PhD though. What do
but
you,
in um uh, philosophy,
oh, okay. So,
but
so that,
like a psychologist, I would
yeah,
say in for because of the life, no,
yeah.
but
So then these women go into, they go to a doctor if they can get an appointment through the insurance company, if the insurance company will allow them to see one, and it could be 2 months out before they
yeah.
get, then they see the doctor, and the doctor starts asking them questions. So this is how I look at it. A psychiatrist or psychologist are finding out information from that woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then based on their teachings that they have
Mm-hmm.
learned to become a psychologist in
Mm-hmm.
school, they're taking that information and they're using it to help diagnose that woman and to
Mm-hmm.
provide a solution. That's what AI does
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They listen
without the
and search in the data and
listen,
find the solution,
exactly.
what to
So,
propose.
but then what they do for the solution instead is give a pill.
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, your time is up. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye. And that's it. And the
Mhm.
person leaves, and what did they go there for? To tell their story.
To get the
That's
pill.
it.
Yeah.
To
And
tell their
to,
story and to get a pill. Right.
yeah,
So now
to be
they leave
listened to.
and they feel, I feel better, but I don't feel better. I was able
Mm-hmm.
to tell my story, but I don't really feel better.
Yeah.
So that anxiety continues to keep carrying on. So our
Yes.
philosophy is that if we help these women understand that they have strengths in them and there are some weaknesses, but let's focus on the strengths.
Yes.
And there are other women with strengths. Come into a community where you can tell your story. We can use some AI tools, avatars, etc., and also assessments. We have what's called the Golden Genius assessments to find out what those are. And then you come in with that mindset that says, I'm open, I'm willing to find out who I am, and I'm willing to collaborate with other like-minded women. Then we can build that mental strength based on depression, anxiety, isolation, and loneliness.
Yeah.
And we can come together on that basis. So that's the core of what the Golden Life community is about. It's a connection community at the heart.
Yes.
So women are coming in for the purpose of being able to tell their story, have a hug around them for the boo-hoos. So what through the Golden Voices, I think I mentioned that it now has evolved into us having the mud room. Did I mention that at the Golden Voice?
No.
Oh, well, what happened was afterwards, because women that were non-members, they wanted to be able to see the replay, and we'd say, no, I'm sorry, we can't do that, not unless you're a member. So we created a private space, and it's like a $10 a month thing for them to come into the Golden Voices, and then they can interact, but then at the same time, they can go into the mud room. And we have this set up now.
Okay.
The mud room is
You said that.
Simon Sinek.
Yeah, but say it here. It's very nice. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, yeah, Simon Sinek. He said that if your friend is sitting in the mud because they're depressed and something had happened to them, if you are truly a friend, you should be willing to be able to sit in the mud with them for as long as it takes in silence and not be disruptive. Let them say it. It will take them approximately 8 minutes, according to statistics, for them to feel better by being able to talk their story and without judgment.
Yes.
So we tried that. I had everybody in tears. I said, meet me in the mud room. So that's what you got to say. You got it. Our code word is you got 8 minutes. You got 8 minutes. Meet me in the mudroom. So then we realized that we literally need to create a mudroom.
Yes.
So we have, by Tuesday, we will have an actual virtual meeting place for women to go into. It's open 24/7. And now we have contracted a joint venture contract with an organization to be able to create an avatar that it's called the Golden Soul Avatar. And this is an avatar that says, oh, I'm sorry that nobody is here right now, but you could talk to me.
Nice. Yes. Yes.
And the avatar, the knowledge base of the avatar is being built on depression, anxiety, and loneliness, because those three things are what really keeps women in this depressive mode. The other thing too about depression with women and what we're identifying is they feel, what's wrong with me? Something's wrong with me. And that's because our society has put that stigma that if you're depressed, you're nuts. You got things wrong with you. Yeah, it's psychological. Take a pill. See a psychiatrist. Oh man, you're really loopy. Well, what one of us doesn't have some kind of an issue that happens with them? But it's so much easier to come into a sisterhood that understands that.
Yes.
And then have it. Yeah, and that's really, really where we're at. So that's what let's do it together. Let's do it together. And that's what we have on our platform. It says, okay, Goldens, let's begin. And then each of our collections are in our spaces are, let's do it together. Let's co-create. Let's co-create a book. Let's co-create a course. Everything, this is their community, so they can come together and they can build it with us.
Yes.
We don't want to give them something. We want them to give to
explore experience and then and do it themselves. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that because it's so aligned to what the community was, no? Because I don't believe in giving someone steps and methodologies and all the things, because at the end, everyone has their own way, and you cannot have a all fit all approach. You have to let people see themselves, observe themselves, and then choose what's best for them based on their
Exactly.
experience, and having others that are there to co-create in the same way and with the same values and with the same goal of co-creation, whatever it is
Right.
to co-create.
Right.
It doesn't
Right.
have to be set. It's birthing
Right.
as you come together, and that's for me the vision of the new earth. No, it's for me to get together and co-create. We don't have to co-create
Yes.
something, collaborate or do something specific. No, it comes through the relationships in the now that
Hmm.
things are co-created. Whatever has to be
Exactly.
co-created, that
And,
it's useful
and
for
isn't that
everyone.
fun? Isn't that fun? Because you start with a blank sheet of paper. You
Yes, yes,
start with nothing, and then all of a sudden you think it. You're like, wow, we did that.
yes,
How cool
yes,
is
yes,
that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
Yeah.
remember we had once we were going to do a course. I don't remember now. It's already 2 years ago. I had it for 3 years, and then we said, well, let's do. I don't remember what it is, no, but okay. How are we going to do it? I don't know. Just let's meet and co-create, and it was a program that was co-created. People got together that they didn't know themselves before,
Hmm.
each other. So they did pairs and they did a program. And the next lesson was based on the lesson before that they didn't know. The second one was what was going to be. And they just co-created based on the lesson. It was so beautiful that when it ended, we were like, did you see what we did?
Yeah.
Wow. And how much
And
we
there's
learned.
yeah.
Wow.
There's pride in production.
Yes.
And if women can be, I mean, I'm not anti-men, but
Mm-hmm.
men, they can survive. Women, we're too sensitive. We need something to do. We need somebody to take care of. We need to know that we matter.
Mm-hmm.
And when we can get together for a purpose and we can create something, I'm
Yes.
totally with you. Why sit around and chit chat and talk about old
No, no,
times?
no,
Let's
no.
talk about things that we can do to make other people's lives better.
Yes, yes, and also in addition, because everyone comes with their experience, so they're able to nurture the other person with their experience, and when they come in wholeness, that's why it's so important the safety, the respect, the judgment, not to have judgment. It's really because you are able to come whole, to be whole.
Hmm.
And as you are whole, you are able to give and co-create with someone else whole. And
Right, right.
there, exponentially, things happen.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
so
know.
beautiful. It's
Oh,
so, so
it is.
expansive.
And just imagine in our community, women around the world,
Mm-hmm.
because this is for all women around the world on the
Yes.
virtual community. If we were just to unite that heart coherence, I don't know if you're
Mm-hmm.
familiar with
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That's
Okay.
completely.
I belong to that group too.
Mm-hmm.
So I do heart coherence with them around the world and I love it. I love to do that. Um,
Maybe.
if we were to be able to do that for different purposes that we can all be in alignment with, I would
Mm-hmm.
love to be able to
Mm-hmm.
have that. And
Yes.
I should add in now what we're doing now. The natural progression has been, by the way, all this with the Golden Life community has been based on my own personal
Yes.
experiences.
Yes.
So the way that I have made lemonade out of lemons is the way that we have built the Golden Life community. So I understand that when somebody has health issues, that causes financial problems, that causes this, that, and you have to be your own health advocate. How do you
Yes.
do that?
Mm-hmm.
Learn from, come
Mm-hmm.
into the community. But after a period of time, there comes a time in a woman's life, not all of them, but some women where they have to make a choice in terms of their housing.
Yeah.
Their husband passed away. They have this big house. Should they bring, they can't afford to live there alone. Should they bring someone in? share a room? Should they sell their house? Should they move into a condo? Should they go into a 55 plus community? Where should they go? What should they do? So we have an assessment that can help women to decide what is best for them. But for those women that are single, widowed, and divorced, and they are part of our community, our Golden Connections, they can apply to go into a golden space. And golden spaces are a community that we're developing that is, it's called a legacy housing membership community. So the women that go into there, they have their own spaces, but they can continue to have continuing care should something happen to them within that facility, but only for mental health. So if they have, let's say they have a diabetes or something, not diabetes, but cancer, and that
Yeah.
they would have to leave.
Okay.
But what we've done now is we've partnered on a joint venture basis with an organization called Tombot. And Tombot has an emotional um, dog, an emotional robot
Yeah.
dog named Jenny.
Uh-huh.
And this is a guy from Harvard that has created it. It's been working on it since 2017. And this is a scientifically based robotic dog that can sense emotions, feelings, and have communicate with dementia and Alzheimer's. So after he developed it, his name is Tom Stevens. Once he developed it for that area, and he got the interest of the insurance companies, of nursing homes and things like that, he and I were talking, and we talked about, well, what about women that are cognitive, that have the loneliness and the depression and that? So now we are in a joint venture to do a case study about what if your mother was alone? What if she was at home alone, and you're thinking that she shouldn't be home alone? Should she have a Jenny? And look at the capabilities of what Jenny can do. Jenny can make a phone call. Jenny can alert. Jenny can remind. Jenny can comfort. Jenny can do a lot of things. Would you want your mom to have that? And if all of her cognitive issues were in place, plus the fact if she touches Jenny, she feels and acts exactly like a dog.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The emotions are in the
Yeah, yeah.
dog, knowing what is there, and Jenny can communicate. So would you want to have a Jenny? Well, we say yes. So once somebody moves into the golden spaces and they start to develop cognitive issues, it's important for them to be able to have a Jenny available for them. And we're making arrangements so that
Wow.
they'll be able to have that in the community. Now,
Oh,
that's
Kathy.
cool too.
Yeah, yes, you have so many cool stuff.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Seriously. Yeah. Yeah.
That's very
So
good. Very good.
I mean, I'm going to get a Jenny. That's one of the, well, I'm an investor in the company, so I should
Yeah.
disclose that, but it's, uh, it blows my mind because I love the idea of a dog, but I also know that there are many women that can't have a dog and they can't care for it any
No.
longer.
And most if you have cognitive issues, no?
Yeah, but even if they don't, some of them, they live in an apartment, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are some of the integrations of AI that we are putting into the community. But once they go to that community, I think you're going to love this. In the golden spaces, we have what's called the Golden Life Center. And inside the Golden Life Center is a live broadcasting studio where we are broadcasting live around the world of what it's like to be a golden in that community.
Wow.
So yeah. So
Incredible.
and everything that we have in the virtual also will be in the physical area, and it also is going to be car free. Why do women need a car if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
could? Yeah, they can rent a car when they need it from us. They don't have to pay for the insurance, have a garage. They don't have to do any of that. And they can go around in what we're calling our gold carts. Not golf carts, but gold
The
carts.
gold cards, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
So
so many, so
I
many
know. I know. Well,
details. And
what the people that are looking that and that we're working with, in terms of the development of the property and stuff like that, many of them are looking at, well, will the Golden Life community have what's known as CCRC, which is a
Mhm,
continuing care retirement community
mhm,
type capabilities. When you normally go in, you would have you'd have your independent living, and then if you needed, you'd go into memory care unit, or you go into assisted living, and then you'd go into hospice, and then that would be the
mm,
total end. And what we have at ours is a module of CCRC, which is the Jenny module, to
mm.
try and allow the women to remain in place
Yeah.
with cognitive issues. Should there be a time when they need to move on, some of our negotiations right now are with existing properties that already have
Mm,
these units, and say to them, you have a 55 plus facility, and this is for families, this is for people over 55, but do you have one for women only with a contributing
mm,
mindset that want to co-create?
mhm.
And so far nobody has said,
No.
yes, we have that.
Imagine. Yes.
So that's what we envision, that will be in little pockets in different ways, either licensing or whatever.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's the vision on that. The reality is the golden connections. The vision is the golden spaces. So the golden, as a matter of fact, I'll give you a link when
Yeah.
I can
Please.
give
Yeah.
it. Yes, so that you can join. It's a request. Let me see here. Yeah.
It's incredible. So many things, Kathy, you're doing. So many angles that
Uh-huh.
you are considering. Well, at the end, the angles of things that happen to you, no, with the
Right.
with yeah, what you need, no, in a certain point in time.
Well,
And
they are. And if you think about it, what woman isn't concerned? And where does a woman go to get it?
mhm,
She doesn't know where to find it.
mhm,
You know, I know myself, when my husband passed away, I was lost for a long
mhm,
period of time. And certainly I could have gone and gotten married again, but I didn't want to.
mhm,
That love that I had for him was enough to sustain me, and he still lives within my heart. So that's where I was at. So that meant I had to fend for myself and self-advocate.
yeah,
Uh, that's hard to do,
mhm,
because we don't know how. We
yeah,
don't know how to advocate. And instead there's that frustration that enters into it. But every single day there is something that's happening in the universe that can affect you negatively or positively. It
mhm,
depends on how you're going to look at it.
yes,
And if something negative affects you and you turn it into a positive by learning the lesson from that, then that's what we would love to see. So
mhm,
why is this happening to me?
mhm,
Why is this? Okay, I accept it. It's here. All right, let's walk through it. Fearlessly walk through it. Unapologetically
yeah,
walk through it,
yeah,
and come out and see the rainbow. Made it through the
mhm,
rain once
mhm,
again. Once again,
yes,
picked up put on my big girl panties and dusted myself off, and I made it through again.
yes.
Yeah.
No, really, really. I'm very, very happy and joyful to have to come across you, to such amazing woman that you are.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Really.
thank you. I appreciate that. Well,
No,
we would
no, you
love
have a
to have
big
you
heart.
part. Yeah, we would love to have you part of everything and to share. And, and
Yeah.
the other thing too that we have in the community, we don't have it yet,
Mm-hmm.
but we have what's called the circles of trust.
Mm-hmm.
And what this is it's a for many women have come to us and said, well, I don't really, I don't want to join another group. I already have my own group of women. And then I say, well, are you on Facebook? Is that where the group is at? Or where do you have it? LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Facebook, where? And they say Facebook. And then, okay, are you happy with that? Is it safe? Are you censored? Do you know you're censored?
Mm-hmm.
Is the data your own? Do you realize that they are listening? Do you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that this is an issue? So we've created what we're calling our circles of trust, which is a mini community. Uh, the person that would want, the woman that would want to come in with her group, she would pay. It's called an SSAAS, which is it's called SaaS, and it's a service software with a software in a service,
Mm-hmm.
software as a service.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that through the technology that we are using in our platform, we can manage the community for them. And it can be a private space
Mm-hmm.
without the high cost of creating your own community. So you come in with a
Okay.
mini community,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can charge membership. You can give it away for free, or
Mm-hmm.
you can charge, but that money is yours.
Yes.
You
Yes.
only pay us for the management fee of that network.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so that's we should have that available by the end of June.
Very nice. So you're actually you are creating, you are having a platform where they can create their networks in
That's right.
private networks without listening, without anything.
Right. At a fraction of the cost of
A
what it would
fraction of the
cost.
cost, yes.
Yeah, right.
Wow. So you're
And
also
plus
in that.
yeah, and plus they would have access to the general areas of
Mm-hmm.
the platform. So it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be just that. And
Mm.
then there's the support aspect of it as well too.
Yes.
So that's a community within a community. So sub communities, mini
Mm-hmm.
communities.
Yes. Incredible, Kathy. I
So
love
that's
it.
it. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
And that you have so much there still to give and to grow, that it's amazing, and to help other women,
Yeah,
and to see how they're being helped, to nurture yourself through what you are experiencing with them. And it's
right.
beautiful. There's so much, so much to grow, and I'm
And
so happy for
lastly,
you.
and
Uh-huh.
lastly, I want to give you the avatars. We have 4 avatars that are
Uh-huh.
coming in. The first one is this is the hello avatar that comes in, but it's going to be able to say to you, okay, good morning. How are you feeling today? What are your thoughts? What are your emotions? Oh, okay. Based on that, here's where you need to go in the community. Today
Mm-hmm.
we have a Reiki class that might help you relax, and here's where you can go to. That's what the avatar is going to be able to do, which is going to be great. Then we have the mudroom
Mm-hmm.
avatar, which is the golden soul.
Yes.
And then we have the soul sister avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Mm-hmm.
is one that is going to be for you as a buddy so that
Okay.
you can communicate with.
So to have
And that
someone all the time
all the
to,
time with you, yeah.
mhm.
And when you're in the platform.
Yeah, when,
And then the fourth one, this is in development right now. We're calling this our uh this is our legacy avatar, but it's for our golden angels. These are for the
mm,
ones that have passed on. The
mm,
women that feel that they want to carry on a legacy for their daughters, for their granddaughters, etc., a clone like avatar with them for their information. This is in development. It won't be available for at least a year. But just based on input that you would put into it, then the legacy of you would be carried on through your family. And we could do a celebration of life for you.
mm, mm. Wow.
So that's the
Yeah, yeah.
legacy.
Wow. So yes, it helps them to give the love, feel the love, and to really have a also purpose, no?
Right. Well, the funny thing is that I've talked with these AI people and I've said, I don't know when I'm going to croak. And
Mm-hmm.
I've outlived myself already. So, well, I don't. But I realize now that I'm part of the glue
Mm-hmm.
that keeps it all
Mm-hmm.
together.
Yes, yeah,
So I'm
for sure.
concerned. I'm concerned can we develop some kind of an AI that could have the same enthusiasm and everything that I have? It? And the answer is yes.
Mm.
And it can be trained and socially and emotionally knowledge trained, knowledge based avatar is, I would love to have that so that I'll be around forever.
But your spirit isn't there. There
My,
will people will feel
yeah,
you in your essence, in your personality, no, but not in this essence, such a beautiful essence you have, this light.
yes. I
But it's okay. They will know. They will. It will support them in the day to day in everything, with your smile, with your love, with everything, and they will know you are around.
exactly.
You
So
are
that's
somewhere.
the idea, to take the live videos that I've done and then make them
Mm.
into that's the history.
Mhm.
And then the future is where I am in spirit,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I'm coming through in spirit through the avatar.
Mhm.
That's now that's a little bit far-fetched, and your viewers are not going to like
But
that.
we
I
never know what's happening on the other side.
we
So
we we,
who
we
knows? It
never
can be
do.
true or not true. But who knows?
Exactly.
We don't know,
Exactly.
so we cannot say nothing. It's just let's see. No,
Right. Yeah.
no. We live in the moment. We're co-creating, and beautiful things come for the good, because we're
Yeah.
living in the heart and giving through the heart. No?
Exactly. Well, when you think about co-creating, look at the co-creation of birth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's co-created. A man
Yes.
and a
Yes.
woman
Yes.
got together
Yes.
and they created
Yes.
a, you
Yes.
know,
Co-creation,
it's
and co-creation is relationships. I always say it also in my relationship. I always say this, like now, you as a whole, I am as a whole, and we are co-creating a conversation. So
that's right.
everything's co-creation when we are in our hearts.
Mm,
No? So it's always, yeah, co-creation is for me, it's through love, authenticity, uniqueness, no, and freedom.
yeah.
Co-creation is part of our life, of the new earth. It comes without set and limiting anything's really being. Every from the being, so
Yeah.
many amazing things are born, are created, that we don't even imagine.
Right. Right. So,
Mm.
my soul sister, how can I serve you today?
No, I'm here with you. You are serving me already. You're serving
Okay.
me already. I'm really happy to have you here, and yes, and I appreciate you waking up so early.
Well, I'm up early anyway, but it
Uh,
was a conscious decision, but then I got nudged by the universe, so I was up early.
you were earlier than
Yeah.
expected.
But
Yeah,
that's okay. That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, this has
Oh,
been wonderful. I really appreciate it. And
we stay
I
in
love
contact.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'd love for you to be a part of the team. This would be
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
We
Thank you
talk.
so much for everything.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Namaste.
Namaste.